This was just a concrete slab this morning. And there you have it, folks. A completed shop, 20 by 24, with the sunrise going down in the back. Nice job. The crew was from Bottineau, North Dakota, and there were 6 guys. Things are growing a little. Kind of slow. It's a little bit loud outside, and there was some language I had to re-video because somebody was apparently making a mistake outside when I went out. If I look puffy or black and blue, I am recovering from septal surgery. I still have actual packing in my nose, so it's really wide right here. I have little hickey looking marks from the EKG pads that were stuck on so tight. Anyway, had a little surgery on Monday. It's a 3-hour drive to Bismarck and back, so that was a little bit rough. I think maybe I have a little bit of darkness here and here now. It's starting to show up, unless it's the shadow. So tomorrow we go back again, get the packing removed, and I cannot wait so I cannot have dry mouth sleeping all night. I finally got smart and put water by the bed so I can keep moistening my mouth. Just not getting really good sleep, so I'm looking forward to getting a little more air through my nose, and then hopefully it will be better than it used to be for all these years since I was 15. I think his name was Joey Diamore, was going up for a rebound with me, and he was in front of me, and his head whacked my nose. So ever since then, I've always had to mouth breathe when I exercise, when I eat. I just start to actually choke a little more easily now because when you're eating and you can't breathe through your nose. So anyway, I just thought I'd explain a little bit about that. And I'm going to lay down and rest. I think from anesthesia, you get little bouts of energy and then you feel just worn out. I had a friend visit me just now. That was really nice. She drove over to see me. So I'm going to rest now. We had... I made lattes, brown sugar syrup latte, hot latte, and she brought cardamom masala biscotti that she made with white chocolate drizzle. Anyway, today's Thursday. I hope you have a great weekend coming up, and we'll catch you later. Here's the brown rice syrup I made. My Pampered Chef milk frother, and this is my Krups. You've probably heard me say this before. My retail therapy after my dad passed away in 2014. This thing is still going strong after thousands of shots going through it. I said I would bring you progress on the 100 peony blooms. Still waiting on the lilies. But the wild geranium has kicked into bloom. Totally random here. And I know it's not a farmhouse, but I did raise goats for about 15 years, and I could not resist this when I found it. Brought it all the way back from Pennsylvania with Lisa and Denise when I went to visit after my knee replacement. And that's almost 3 years now. You can't really see very much yet, but the red markers are onions and potatoes, and we have corn where these 3 white markers end. I believe neighbor Harriet and I put in cantaloupe, watermelon, and cucumber below that yesterday. The whole middle section is still wide open. I have little zinnia along this border again. They're just coming up.
let's see. Oh, I think that might be a cluster of volunteer tomatoes from last year. We tilled so much I didn't think any would come up. And we have peppers, tomatoes, and down the far end little yum yums that Harriet started just from peppers at the store, and big jalapenos. Tomatoes, I think Louis bought 10, and he bought some kind of like chilies and poblanos. They're down there. Oh no, chilies and poblanos are up here. And then a friend of ours gave us about 12 tomato plants, big yellow tomatoes. Have a little bit of lettuce going on here, and I do have this first row and this second row planted. Louis's rules are this year he wants a whole border length of tillable space and very wide rows. So I hope the tiller person tills a lot if that's what we're going for. So also one of the requirements is keep the rows straight. So I'm working on it. Anyway, we've never grown okra before. Let's turn back to the front. I've never grown okra before, so I'm trying that, and I pulled a bunch of seeds out of my stash today to put some more things in, like zucchini, summer squash, Armenian, Lebanese type cucumber, and carrots. Did I say that already? Yellow and orange. Some pumpkin, butternut type stuff today. So that's going to kind of go in the bottom middle end. And let's see, one more thing. Over there by those orange flags, I put in 2 blackberry plants. I ordered those from Sam's. This is the front. It is a 4-season camper. There's a picture along the side. And I don't think I can get much on the side of the spruces here. There she is. Has an outdoor shower and indoor full bathroom, dry bath, tub, shower, and toilet. Stove, sink, microwave, TV, fridge. Okay, if you know anybody, let them know. Here's another little update. We went and got this drag up in Eglin, North Dakota. It has the teeth on it. You can see those teeth. And I think you can pull this lever and get the teeth flush if you have to move it more easily or drag it without digging. And that's going to replace this old drag, which we kept having to weld teeth onto. So they'd break off a lot. There are the ones that need to be re-welded. Well, I'm going to get the water hooked up before it gets too hot and do some watering. This is my new 200-foot pocket hose. I can reach everywhere in the whole garden with this baby. This is the watermelon section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's a couple, 10, there's a couple in there, there's a couple in here. Hope this guy perks up a little bit. Harriet started these. These are the NDSU cucumbers. Tasty Jade and Tasty Green. I think we have 6 or so of each. And I'm sure you've heard me say this before. We have to report back to Tom Kalb at NDSU about the seed trials. They're a good buy, I'd say, for a good cause, and they're, you know, seeds made for this northern climate. Biggest trick is keeping things labeled and not losing the labels for when it's time to report back. I'd like to set up some soaker hoses this year. There's 3 rows across here. The 2 rows closest to me are this year's NDSU seed trial for corn. I don't know the names. They're on the end, written down in the little label. And I really try when I'm watering in to just hit the rows so I don't water all the weeds, although when God waters, he gets the weeds too. I think my friend Chris gave me this sprayer wand. Thank you, Chris. It actually makes a nice direct spray, and since it's got the valve, I can adjust it right here on the wand. Okay, well, we are sufficiently watered and windblown, and had the token tick right off the bat. On my white shirt, easy to find, it's already up on my shoulder. So I tried to just water where we need to water. And I'm gonna go maybe have another cup of coffee. Hope you guys have a great day. I can't see my screen, so I could only be videoing half my head for all I know. Take it easy. Have a great day. It is Tuesday, June 9th, I think. Okay. Got my vitamin D for the day. See you guys. So what else we've been up to? Asparagus picking, fishing, taking dust and wind seriously while mowing, more fishing, catching a rainbow, bird watching, seeing the elk at White Horse Hill. It's a game preserve. They have bison and elk and prairie dogs. And Louis got himself a 2017 Harley. I can ride on the back.
Support to stabilize the machinery when operating on adverse conditions. This farm safety message brought to you.
It's pretty simple. If someone's under 21, give them a
And we put together a garden planter. And after that, it was time for a rest.